IndyCar champion Christian Lundgaard, welcome to Young Hollywood. How does that title sound before your name? Let's get that out of the way first.
It feels great, but the season isn't over yet. It's one victory, and there's many more races to come. We got a doubleheader in Iowa now for the Hy-Vee race weekend, and I'm in the Hy-Vee car, so that's definitely the important one for me. But it feels good coming to this weekend as the defending race winner. We'll see what we can do then. But right now, I'm just excited to have that off my back.
Well, you have something off your face now after your big win in Canada. So tell me about what's missing and how that actually came about, because you have less facial hair now.
Yeah, I'm missing a mustache now, or I should say a fake mustache, really. It wasn't that great. But my best friend and I, we made a bet. It was actually more of a deal that none of us could shave our mustache until I won a race. And was it the 10th or 11th race of the season? And, we got quite far into it, and I started getting worried that it was ever going to happen. But it did, and he was there for the weekend, so we got to experience that and shave it off in Victory Lane together, which was kind of cool.
Any other surprises happen in Toronto that we don't know about, or just the mustache?
Well, just the mustache in terms of deals and agreements, I should say. But no, it was a pretty good weekend overall. Obviously, I had the best opportunity possible, putting it on pole as well, starting the race from first. And therefore, it should be pretty simple. Just stay in the lead.
Well, you came in first, and you're actually the first Danish driver to win an IndyCar race. That has to feel kind of amazing too.
It does. My dad called me Monday morning when I finally got home and asked me, how does it feel to be a winner? And I said, well, I'm laying here on my couch. The couch feels pretty normal. I feel pretty normal. It's done now, and we're focusing on getting another one. But it definitely feels good.
Okay, so let's talk about this weekend. A huge race weekend in Iowa, Hy-Vee weekend. What makes this so grand? Because a lot is going on.
Definitely. What Hy-Vee has done for this series and for our team and for me, being on the 45 Hy-Vee Honda car, driving that car, now having won a race the weekend before we go to Iowa, where we have two races. It's a double header. We race Saturday and we race Sunday. We got full concerts. They brought amazing artists out. They did as well last year, and I'm only looking forward to see what they can come up with for next year. But it's going to be a very important weekend for me, driving the 45 Hy-Vee car. There's going to be a lot of pressure on me, and it's my birthday on the Sunday, so it's going to be a fun weekend for sure.
I was just going to say you have a very big day ahead on Sunday, your 22nd birthday. How do you plan to celebrate? I'm assuming with a win, right?
I'll definitely try. It's going to be tough. There's a lot of other fast cars and drivers out there, but it's a weekend where we come in with a lot of confidence, with a lot of momentum from the previous races. We've had a good streak going in terms of results, and it's just been getting better and better. And we've been consistently fast and in the top 10. So I do think that we can do something good here. But in terms of celebrating my birthday, there wouldn't be anything better than winning on Sunday, right? So right now I don't have any proper celebrations planned other than that.
Do you have any secret bets going on that we don't know about if you win in Iowa this weekend?
No. I probably should have some, but I don't. Victor and I we've already spoken about it, but we've decided that we're not going to do anything for the time being. So then I guess we'll see after Iowa.
Don't shave your head. You have a really good head of hair.
Yeah, we're not doing that. That's not happening.
Well, so you talked about the performers coming to Iowa. I'm just going to rattle them off because these are some of the biggest names in entertainment. You have Carrie Underwood, Kenny Chesney, Zach Brown Band. Oh, and that guy, Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
Could you get a better lineup than that?
I don't think so personally. It's great. And also, I'm a young guy. I grew up with Ed Sheeran, listening to his music. It's probably more my time frame. So if I would pick anyone personally, it's gonna be him that I want to watch. But also it's right after the race on my birthday, so it's kind of just lined up for me.
Now, if you could talk to these guys and ask them some questions. You're a famous race car driver, but they're a famous like rock star. So what kind of questions would you ask a rock star? And Ed Sheeran, perhaps.
That's a great question. I don't know. I guess the first question will be, did you watch the race? Because I'm sure they will ask me, did you watch the concert? I guess it will be a conversation of the similarities between our lives, even though that they're very different. They're still very similar. So I guess it'll just be getting an understanding of what they really do.
Well, you and Ed both grew up overseas in Europe. So talk about the transition from racing in Europe to the States, because obviously there's a big difference there.
Yeah, it's very very similar but different. It's same but different. Driving a race car they will always feel different. The best way to explain it is I drive for Ray Hall Letterman Lanigan Racing, but if I would be in a Chip Ganassi car or a Penske car, they will feel different from the car I'm driving now, but it's still the same car. But overseas, it's a different racing series, and I raced in Formula 2. I was a part of a Formula 1 team for almost 5 years. So I've driven F1 cars as well. But coming over here, I just enjoy it more because it reminds me more of go-karts. Back when I was doing that in Europe, and it's a fun time over here. I really enjoy it.
Well, you were Rookie of the Year in 2022, which was just a mere year ago. You're not a rookie anymore. You got a win under your belt. So what advice would you pass on to the next rookie class?
Work hard. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard.
I'll take that. Here's to the win on Sunday and your birthday.
Yes.